This video has been sponsored by Affler and Retainful.
Hey Shopify fam, welcome back to the One Shopify Podcast, your weekly dose of DTCT, digital hustle, and a strict no boasting zone. You all know what I mean. Powered by partners, Affleur and Retainful, tools that help brands build loyal communities and boost revenue with smart automation. I'm your host Aashika, and before my brain gets rot, let's get into the pod. If you have ever felt your to do list is plotting against you, you're not alone. Today we are tackling a big one. Why doing everything yourself is slowing down your business. And joining me is someone who's literally built her business around solving this exact problem. The brilliant Shruthi, founder of Delegate Workflows. She has helped coaches, Shopify founders, consultants, and solopreneurs build smarter systems using AI powered workflow consulting. We are talking ghostwriting, content calendars, admin workflows, email strategies, all without burning out or hiring huge teams. So let's dive right in. Shruti, super pumped to have you on the pod. You keep it so real about the chaos of solo building, and we love that. And yeah, welcome to the pod.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so let's get into it. Uh, to kick it off with, what's one sign that a founder is trying to do much but doesn't realize they are the bottleneck yet?
The number one thing that happens in most of the cases, your calendar is full, but your growth is flat. So most solopreneurs think being busy equals being productive. But when I hear someone say, I just need more hours in a day, I know they are stuck. So the clearest sign I would say, nothing can move forward unless you do it. So if you're not delegating, your business will feel it even before you realize it.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Okay. And yeah, uh, right, founders are out here playing CEOs, interns, content writers, VA, marketer, email writer, even customer support. But does it actually start hurting the growth?
Yes, you cannot do everything. So obviously, it will start hurting your growth when the
Mm-hmm.
scaling becomes a survival game for you. So, for example, you think you're running a service-based business. So
Mm-hmm.
consider you're providing all digital marketing services. In that
Mm-hmm.
case, you will be creating content for your personal brand or your business page.
Mm-hmm.
But you will see inconsistent content, slower client responses. Most importantly, you
Mm-hmm.
will see a growing backlog of ideas with zero execution because
Mm-hmm.
you don't have time to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say the breaking point usually hits when you land your biggest opportunity and you had to say no because you have already stretched too thin. So that's the actual moment when founders realize that you cannot do everything alone and that isn't sustainable.
Okay. And you have helped brand scale 2 to 3x faster without hiring a small army. Can you break down that what your delegate expert system actually looks like when it's in action? Like what are the moving parts and how does it help founders finally stop micromanaging everything?
I would say like we create a delegate expert system to give peace of mind to clients. So we'll
Mm-hmm.
start with deep discovery. So we get on a call with a prospect even before they even be our client. At
Mm-hmm.
that moment itself, we understand their client goals, voice gaps,
Mm-hmm.
all that in that process itself. If
Right.
we need another call, we might require another call, but
Mm-hmm.
mostly in the discovery call itself, we'll record all those things, and obviously we'll have the transcript also. So
Right.
then it will be like we'll create customized workflows for them. So one for the client process and one for our internal process. We list out what all should be done and it will how it will be done in a particular workflow model, and that we'll send it to the client, and then we'll create an internal workflow, so that will have like who will be doing what. So we have experts in our team who does content design, video editing.
Great.
You say and it's there. So that's how
Great.
it is. So we'll create an Asana project dedicatedly for each client and we'll assign people who are doing it. So that all the system will be created before we onboard the clients. So it will be like you have all services under one roof and
Mm.
the client needs to do only one follow up. That is basically what delegate expert system is.
Wow, interesting. And yeah, most delegations fail not because people don't want to let go, but because they don't know what to hand off or how to guide it. So, for someone who's never delegated before, where should they start when building a workflow? Like, what's the first step to making sure your VA or team doesn't end up DMing you 10 times a day for quick clarifications?
Yes, so obviously people who hasn't delegated, so they'll be much worried if they want to delegate at the first time. So I would say you start with these three T's: tasks, time, and rest. So list your recurring tasks and
Mm,
track what's eating your time mostly, and
mm,
then choose one task and delegate it with clear instruction. You have to first instruct what all should be done. So
mm,
you should have a clarity of that, and then most importantly, you should trust that process. The first
mm.
delegation might feel slow, but systemizing even one task will give you confidence. Then
Mm.
it gets easier.
Okay, okay, got it. Interesting. And what's the one real world example where you used AI agents or tools to supercharge your workflow, not replace your team, but make the whole system smoother, faster, and more scalable? Can you give us the behind scenes of how it works?
Yes, I would say we don't basically use AI agents yet, but we, however, utilize AI to make most of the tasks efficient. So this is how it goes. So if we want to create a content outline, we have created custom GPTs for each and every client. And
Mm,
once ChatGPT gives you that content outline, we'll then give it to the content writer, and content writer will obviously humanize it to the real voice of the client. And then same goes for the graphics. So we use an AI plus Canva. So it is like we integrated AI, and it's not like we haven't fully shifted everything to AI agent, because I don't believe in using AI 100%. I still believe in semi automation.
got it. Okay. And now coming to the content, this one's personal. So many founders waste hours on blogs, email, and social posts with zero ROI. And how do you build a system that makes content creation hands free and still high quality?
Again, I would say it is not hands free,
Mm,
but because if you've done it like hands free, then it will lose the quality, or it will lose your real voice. Then people will not be interested in reading it. So we'll follow this four-step process. So when we get on a call with the 30-minute call with that client, we
mm,
understand their voice and audience. And then we create custom GPTs, as I have told you earlier,
mm,
for each client. And we'll also do our own research to create the custom GPT. So obviously it will give you the same voice of the client, but still you will go there and have to change some things, because there are some things you cannot change as it is, like it will look like AI. So that we have to change, obviously.
mm.
And then we batch create content for like 1 month and then send it over to the client. So the client needs to approve for that 1 month, so then they doesn't have to worry about the content for that month.
Great, great, great. Interesting. And so, can you spill how do you capture a founder's actual voice and not just their LinkedIn bio tone without, endless interview? What's the process for sounding like them, not just a copywriter?
Yeah, as I said earlier, we'll record patterns of their voice even in the first call.
Mm,
So we look for how they talk and what's their story and all. We'll record all these in the first call itself, and we have a tool where it records the transcript. So we'll obviously go through that more than once, so that to understand the voice of the client. And then we'll also go to their old posts or blogs if available. If
mhm,
that is not available, then obviously only we have this transcript. And
mm.
then we build a voice SOP, and we'll refine as we go. So but I would say it is like an evolving map. It is not a one time download, so we'll have to work on that.
Okay, okay, great. And yeah, so tell us what's the one low effort, high impact workflow that every founder is sleeping on, but really should have set of yesterday.
Yeah, so I would say it is a client onboarding SOP, so or a client onboarding workflow. So people give less, what you say, less concern here, because they think like they can just send out a welcome email and then that's sorted. But that's where they do a biggest mistake, because that's where customers feel that you are a trustable person. So they should obviously have a system in place for client onboarding, a
Mm-hmm.
contract template, invoice template, intake form, and then a welcome email should come at the end. So it should have a proper system. If you don't have that system, I would definitely suggest you should build that system. If you don't have time, you can obviously delegate a team like us to create that process. Yeah.
Great, great. I love this. And yeah, so burnout hits hard. And what's your breaking point? That moment you are like, okay, no, I can't keep running the whole show solo. And what's that point for you?
You're asking about my
Yeah.
breaking point, right? So yeah, I would say I started my journey as a solopreneur. So obviously, I was the one doing everything, like marketing, content, everything I was doing on my own, and
Mm.
also the client work. So I was like working 9 hours a day with two kids under 5 years. So you
Oh.
can imagine how that would be. So one day, what happened? I forgot to give my son's water bottle when he left for school, and
Mhm.
I started forgetting so many things like that, and because
Mhm.
I was too overwhelmed. So
Mhm.
that was the time I realized I had left a full time job to be present for my family. And
Mhm.
here I was building a business that owned me. So that night I drew a line. I decided to delegate things to other people. I
Mhm.
decided to hire my own team. That's when Delegate Workflows truly began.
Great, great. Okay. And you have helped a lot of women, especially moms, building a structure and systems that works. What do you wish more founders understand about boundaries and delegation?
So, delegation is not about giving up your total control. It's about creating more capacity for yourself. When
Mm-hmm.
you delegate well, you create more space for creativity, strategy, and self care.
Mm-hmm.
So, boundaries aren't walls, they are simply a way to protect your time, energy, and focus. So, you don't lose yourself while showing up for everything else. If
Oh,
you don't set boundaries, your business will definitely do that for you.
yeah, agreed. And yeah, so we are going into the lightning round. So, yes, quick answers and no gatekeeping. Ready?
Okay.
Okay. One workflow tool you swear by.
Asana, it's our brain.
Okay. Most common delegation mistake.
Not knowing what you want.
Great. One thing AI will never replace.
I would say real voice, empathy in communication.
Okay. Favorite newsletter?
It's Ruben Hassid's newsletter. He talks everything about AI.
Great. I would definitely check it out. And most empowering part of delegation.
Watching my team execute without my help.
Okay. And yeah, we have finally come to the end of the podcast. And yeah, Shruti, this has been an eye opener. You talk on systems, AI, and sustainable growth. It's pure gold. And thank you for helping us reframe delegation as a growth strategy and not just a task offload. And to all our listeners, if you're stuck in busy work, if your calendar looks like a horror movie script, if your dreams are bigger than your bandwidth, it's time to delegate smarter. Make sure to follow Shruti on LinkedIn and check out Delegate Workflows, and I'm damn sure they'll not disappoint you. And that's a wrap on another One Shopify podcast deep dive. If you got value from this, smash that follow, share with a fellow DTC founder, and check out our next episode where we are talking about. As usual, I'm not going to spell the tea right now. So stay tuned. Catch us next week for another Shopify deep dive. And thank you, Shruti, for coming. It's glad having you on the podcast. Yeah.
Bye bye.
And everyone, until the next episode, automate smart, sleep well, scale fast, and never do it all alone. And yeah, thank you, everybody. This is Aashika signing off from the One Shopify podcast.